Welcome to Touch Technology Review today. Some coverage of Apple's recent media event that was held on October the 30th, 2018. The tagline was, "There's more in the making." This event was held at the Brooklyn Academy of Music, New York City, and it announced some new MacBook Airs, Mac Mini, and iPad Pro models. Many of these new products have features that have been adopted from other Apple products. The new iPad, for example, doesn't have a home button anymore and instead uses Face ID to unlock, while the Air has added Touch ID, and there was also the revival of the Mac Mini, which is now available in the very popular space gray color, along with, of course, some improved specifications. As we've come to expect from all Apple announcements in recent years, there's been no significant updates, new products as such. Instead, they're existing product lineups that have been modified and improved with enhanced features and specifications, and also minor cosmetic changes to keep them up to date. So let's start with the new MacBook Air. Essentially, it looks very similar to the previous version. It has less bezels and now sports a 13.3-inch display with quadrupled 4 million pixels. It also includes a FaceTime camera at the top, Touch ID to the top right of the keyboard, and includes the T2 security chip to unlock or purchase. The latest generation keyboard looks a lot like the one that you find on a MacBook Pro to me. It has individual LED backlighting, and there's a Force Touch trackpad with 20% more surface area, pressure sensing and haptic feedback. It's quieter and more capable. It also incorporates better audio, which is 25% louder and has 2 times more bass and wide stereo. And also there's a 3 microphone array for improved FaceTime calls, clearer and improved voice recognition of Siri, and there's 2 Thunderbolt 3 ports for charging and I/O. It incorporates the 8th generation Intel CPU and can go up to 16 gigabytes of memory. Their SSD capability can go all the way up to 1.5 terabytes. It has 12-hour battery life, 17% less volume, 10% thinner at 15.6 millimeters, and it weighs 2.75 pounds. Also, in keeping with Apple's push to be environmentally friendly, it is made from 100% recycled aluminium. The standard configuration is 8 gigabytes with a 1.6 to 3.6 gigahertz Core i5 processor and 128 gigabytes SSD, and it starts at $1,199, and it can be ordered as of today with availability of shipping sometime next week. Next in the lineup was the new Mac Mini in Space Gray. It has both 4-core processing and 6-core options available using the latest 8th generation CPU with 60% faster graphics. Memory can now be expanded all the way up to 64 gigabytes. It has an all-flash SSD lineup, 4 times faster capacity, going all the way up to 2 terabytes. It also incorporates the Apple T2 security chip, a new thermal system with double the airflow, and no additional noise output. Lots of ports including Gigabit Ethernet, HDMI, USB 2, and the entry-level config is 8 gigabytes of memory, 3.6 gigahertz Intel processor, 128 SSD, starting at $799. But for the more serious user, you can take it up to 64 gigabyte memory, 3.2 gigahertz 6-core i7 with a 2 terabyte SSD storage capacity. Also, it can be upgraded to 10 gigabit Ethernet. And finally, the all-new iPad Pro was announced, incorporating an LCD display from edge to edge and top to bottom. It has very thin bezels, similar to what we're seeing in the latest iPhones. There's a liquid Retina display, wide color, True Tone, and ProMotion support for Apple Pencil 2. There are 2 models. The first is the 11-inch display, which packs in 3.98 million pixels. And there's also the new 12.9-inch display, which is 5.9 millimeters thin, 15% thinner than before, and also 25% less volume. Face ID is included to unlock and log in and pay with Apple Pay. There's a TrueDepth 7 megapixel camera front-facing. It incorporates the latest gestures that we've seen in the iPhone X, now fully compatible on these brand new iPads, and it's powered by the A12 Bionic 8-core CPU. And incidentally, they boast that it has Xbox One S class graphic performance in a 94% smaller footprint product. So certainly that gives you some idea of the processing power and the graphics performance of this brand new iPad. It's using the latest generation neural engine with 5 trillion operations per second, which gives us faster, smarter, and more capable performance. It has a fast storage controller up to 1 terabyte, and they've changed from the Lightning port to USB-C, which allows you to charge out to your iPhone over USB-C, and also is going to provide a much faster charging rate. There's a new second generation Apple Pencil, which now automatically attaches magnetically to the iPad and incorporates automatic charging once attached. There's also the new Smart Keyboard Folio, which attaches automatically to the iPad. The 11-inch version is available with 4 storage options starting from $799 US, and the 12.9 version starts at $999, can be ordered today and starts shipping next week. So that's all from the Apple October event 2018. Hopefully, as their title implies, there's more in the making. There actually is more in the making, and next year, we may see some more innovation from Apple. In this channel, as well as covering the latest technology trends, news and information, there's product unboxing and reviews and in-depth tutorials in all areas of technology, in particular in relation to creative software titles. So if you're into that type of thing, consider subscribing. See you on the next one. Bye for now.